morning. Let's see if this connection is stable. It looks like perhaps it is now. A very good morning to you. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Sharon Salzberg. And let's get right into her message for us today. Anne-Marie, good morning. Linda, good morning. Sun-Marie, good morning. Danae, good morning. Awesome seeing you all. Hello. Right, let's get into it. Imagine spending your entire life chasing a magical butterfly. This butterfly, you are convinced, holds the key to your joy. You run through fields, climb trees, and search relentlessly only to find the beautiful creature remains out of reach. Antoinette, good morning. Stefan, good morning. Anthony, good morning. Hello. Love seeing you all here. And even when one day you do finally get your hands on it, catch it, place it in a jar, and feel like you will burst from joy as you marvel at its intricate beauty. The very next day, this same magical butterfly seems like just another boring butterfly. Maggie, good morning. Awesome seeing you. Today's message from Sharon Salzberg shines the light on the very human search for happiness and why it seems so elusive. And there are 3 clear points she makes. We tend to search for happiness in all the wrong places. Number 2, no amount of accumulated things and experiences will ever bring us the happiness we seek. And number 3, we will realize our quest for happiness when we finally find that we have been home all along. There are 2 quotes from Sharon Salzberg that I'm sharing this morning. The first one says, "We spend our lives searching for something we think we don't have, something that'll make us happy. But the key to our deepest happiness lies in changing our vision of where to seek it." And the next thought from Sharon Salzberg says, "We can travel a long way in life and do many things, but our deepest happiness is not born from accumulating new experiences. It is born from letting go of what is unnecessary and knowing ourselves to be always at home." It is inside of us. That's where it's been all along. The most important relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. By connecting with that wise being whose home is you, you tap into your full power, energy, and insight. You can learn to listen inwardly and have access to your higher self. Move beyond the busy thoughts and create with clarity. Your inner wisdom is innate and always present. As your relationship with your inner guidance grows, you'll find it is much easier to create positive changes in your life. But it takes a willingness to slow down, move beyond your conscious mind, and connect to your soul. It is always inside you. Today's meditation explores our connection to our inner wisdom as we take the time to slow down and really listen to what our soul has to say. If you are ready, let's go right there. You can close your eyes and we'll start by taking the first few big breaths together. Here we go. Take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. Continue your full body breathing, rising with every inhale and falling with every exhale. We'll have a conversation about today's journey. I'm using for today's meditation the work of Paul Selig. His work teaches us to make these 3 claims. The claims are: I know who I am. I know what I am. And I know how I serve. When you hear these 3 claims, do you instantly know what they mean? Or are you unsure? What I love most about this part of the work is he assures us that it is okay if we don't know exactly what that means. I know who I am, I know what I am, and I know how I serve. He teaches, your soul knows. And you can claim it in the name of your soul and trust that your soul will guide you. So in truth, in his work, we are taught to claim these, make these claims in complete surrender, knowing I will be guided to understand them better over time. Today we take these claims to our soul. We make these claims and then ask our soul to speak. Ask our soul to give us some guidance around what this means. Are you ready to ask your soul those questions and just listen? Can you ask the question without being desperate for the answer? Can you ask the question and also completely let it go? Trusting that you will be guided and you will understand the answer when you are ready. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch and adjust and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. Roll out your neck muscles forward and to the left. And forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. Lean your upper body over to the left. And also lean your upper body over to the right. Imagine a sunflower with its face turned towards the sun, gently swaying in the breeze. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to do that right now, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, then with every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening. And feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, I want to remind you of our journey today. It is placing yourself at the feet of your soul, ready to listen. Could you form a picture of that? What would it look like to sit at the feet of your soul and listen to wisdom? Take your next big breath. The first claim from the work of Paul Selig is, I know who I am. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, repeat that to yourself. I know who I am. How does it feel to claim it? How does it sit with you when you make the claim? I know who I am. Take your next big breath. And now I want you to become very curious. Can you tap into curiosity? Can you try and withhold your brain for a moment from trying to figure this out? We're going to ask the question and trust that our soul knows the answer. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into the question is, give me some guidance. Who is it that I am? Who is it that I am? Can you stop your brain from wanting to figure this out, finding answers? Can you just completely let it go? Trust that your soul knows. And somehow you will be brought to an understanding if you create the space for it. So as you take your next big breath, dive deep inside, ask the question, who is it that I am? And also completely let the question go. Take your next big breath. The next claim we are guided to make is, I know what I am. How might that be different than who I am? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, repeat this to yourself a few more times. I know what I am. How does it feel when you say it? Take your next big breath. And then we turn it into a question. Take the question down to your soul. Can you see yourself sitting at the feet of your soul and asking and listening? But it requires us to ask and also let go. Ask and trust that if we give it enough space, we'll hear. So with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, the question is, soul, give me some guidance here. What is it that I am? How would you explain it, soul? What is it that I am? Take your next big breath. The third claim that we are encouraged to make is, I know how I serve. It's also made clear that this one can take a bit longer to understand the answer. I know how I serve. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, repeat it to yourself a few more times. How does it feel when you make that claim? Take your next big breath. When you make that claim, does it feel like clarity? Or does it feel like, I have no idea how I serve? The work of Paul Selig teaches it is okay if we don't have clarity around what it means. Just trust your soul knows and claim it in the surrender to your soul. For this exercise, we are taking it to our soul though, and we are asking for a bit of guidance. And understanding that it's okay if we don't receive clarity right now, but what we're doing is we are stating that we are surrendering to our soul's wisdom and remaining open to understanding as it becomes available to us. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take the question to your soul. How is it that I serve? Can you ask the question and also let the need for an answer evaporate? How is it that I serve? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every cell of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back, or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Do you journal? It's a great habit to have, but not something I ever feel like you should force yourself to do. But I'd love to pique your curiosity and get you to try this exercise. Make a bit of time to sit down by yourself, find a quiet space, take pen and paper, and come back to these questions. The first statement is, I know who I am. Toy with the idea for a few moments. I know who I am. And then ask the question. Ask your soul for guidance. Say, soul, explain this to me. Who is it that I am? And write down what you hear. I'd be very surprised if the writing stops in a minute. How it usually goes is, when you start writing, more comes. And do the same for the next. I know what I am. But soul, what is it that I am? And write what you hear. And I'm pretty sure when you start writing, there will be more to write. And then of course do the same for the last one. I know how I serve. But how is it that I serve? Write what comes to you, and you'll find that quite a bit more comes than you expected. I'll read to you today's quotes from Sharon Salzberg again. She says, we spend our lives searching for something we think we don't have, something that'll make us happy. But the key to our deepest happiness lies in changing our vision of where to seek it. She says, we can travel a long way in life and do many things, but our deepest happiness is not born from accumulating new experiences. It is born from letting go of what is unnecessary and knowing ourselves to be always at home. How do you cultivate always being at home? You start learning to listen to what your soul has to say. You can't spend a lot of time listening to what your soul has to say and then still think that things from the outside will make you happy. You are always home. You always have been. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to listen to my soul. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having developed a deep trust in the truth that my soul always knows. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for feeling that trust, even in the moments where I can't hear it so clearly. Still having an unshakable knowing that my inability to hear is temporary. I'll hear when I'm ready. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having fallen head over heels into this deep truth, knowing that I always have been home. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being on our journey today. Thank you for being on your journey of surrendering to listening to your soul. Lots of love to every one of you. And see you right here again soon. Ciao, ciao.